our eye on that. All right, guys, let's move on. Let's play a little No Fence Riders, brought to us by Mazda. For those who believe it's not just about playing the game, it's about redefining it, because these moments do more than win. They push what's possible, reminding us to go that extra yard, shift into that extra gear, and keep the game moving forward. When you follow what moves you, the unexpected is only the beginning, and just like there's more to every highlight, there's more to every Mazda. Mazda, move and be moved. All right, guys, No Fence Riders time for Week 6 between the Steelers and the Cleveland Browns. No unanimous answers. No questions where only one person was solo on the fence.
At least two.
So let's dive to it. At least two in each and every one. The first question, will Dillon Gabriel play another turnover-free game against the Steelers? He did it against the Vikings. Can he do it in back-to-back weeks? 2 people said yes, he would. The issue...
Can I predict the 2 people?
Sure.
Jay Crawford.
Correct.
And Dustin.
You nailed it. They're not here to... Oh, no. It was Jason and Dustin. I had the wrong Jay.
We got it wrong.
It was Jason and Dustin.
Anybody?
I put Jay and Jay. I got the wrong Jay up there. But they're not here to defend their side, so let's pile on and tell them why they're wrong. Bull, you think you'll have a turnover this week?
Yeah, you're playing a Steeler defense. Mike Tomlin's been coaching 1,000 years. Mike Tomlin sees a rookie quarterback on the other side. Like, we know the Steelers do all kinds of different stuff. They have a lot of talented players on the defensive side of the ball. They're going to get pressure on the quarterback. They always do. And the Browns' offensive line is not very good. So it's not even that I'm like, oh, Dillon Gabriel stinks. It's just that you're playing a really good defense. It's your first true road game. The crowd's going to be crazy. That's a tough spot to play in. So I expect some mistakes to be made, even with the dinking and dunking. So I'd be surprised if he doesn't have a turnover in this game.
Yeah, boy. I do not have a good feeling about this game. I done seen many old Cleveland Brown teams, from Tim Couch to Kelly Holcomb. I don't know how y'all been watching it, but I've been watching this for a very long time. And when you go to Pittsburgh, it don't be good work. I mean, the only game I can remember the Browns coming in there just doing what they wanted to. There was one game on a Monday night game when Tim Couch played. He got a win out there, and Baker Mayfield in the COVID year. Other than that,
the playoff game.
Yeah. Other than that, I done seen quarterbacks go in there and melt, like completely melt down. Antonio Brown kicking people in the face, melt. Like Colt McCoy getting knocked out by James Harrison, melt. I think
nobody did anything.
Nothing.
They killed Colt McCoy.
They destroyed that man. He's never been the same.
Was it the punter that got kicked in the face?
Punter got kicked in the mouth and the teeth. Yeah. But needless to say, I think he does have a turnover. It's T.J. Watt, it's Hayward, it's Highsmith. Baker Mayfield was complaining years ago, and you about to single block T.J. Watt. Come on, give me some help. And we ain't no better in that position this year.
Nope. Actually, worse.
Worse.
You talking about right tackle?
Yeah, any tackles, all the tackles.
Jack Conklin's fine.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying.
But T.J. Watt's going to go up against the left tackle.
He's not. He always lines up.
He always on that side?
He always lines up the same spot.
Yeah.
Yep.
Listen,
it's Highsmith that's going to be on the other spot.
I think both of them get home. It might be a strip sack. It might be a fumble. And I think he does get a tip interception. I got him with 2 turnovers.
You're going to have
By the way, Pittsburgh's second in the league with 10 forced turnovers this season.
What's that?
Pittsburgh has forced the second most turnovers in football.
And then
is Duval.
And by the way, Highsmith's the most underrated guy on their defensive line.
Yeah,
he's going to you got KT Levinson.
Didn't you watch Hard Knocks last year? Don't you remember the game where they was playing and Mike Tomlin kept telling Highsmith, like, I need you to give me a turnover.
Right,
yeah. You got free money out there, and he went out there and got the turnover. Yeah. That's what what he going to do in this game.
I mean, can you imagine Tunstall or Levinson? I keep calling him Levinson against that defensive line? He's going to get killed.
I just did the film break.
He might die on the field.
I just did the film breakdown from the Vikings. Oh, my gosh, bro. He's not a pro player.
It was tough. No,
he's not a pro player. Man.
When you watch the offensive line from last week and even 2 weeks ago, one player keeps standing out in not a good way, and when that is the case, it's hard to overcome.
Yeah.
All right, next one, guys. We talked about this earlier. The Browns haven't scored 17 points in their last 10 games. They've not scored more than 17 in 10 games. So will this be the time they score 17 or more? for the first time in 11 tries on Sunday. Once again, 2 people said yes, it will. Bull, I'll give you a chance to guess who you think said yes
I like
on
this
this
guessing
one.
game.
I'm going to say, guys.
Earl.
I was just thinking Earl, too. Earl and.
Jason is not going to say. Jay and, no.
Earl and Dustin. What are you guessing?
Earl and McNuggets.
Ooh.
I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna go with Jay and Dustin.
We know it's none of us because we would have said ourselves.
Yeah, right.
Dustin is correct, and one of you guys got the other one correct. Steve, let's show it. It was Mr. Crawford.
Hey,
They
D-boys.
said
Nice
yes.
job.
Once
Nice
again,
job.
they're not here to defend their side. We all picked under 17.
Yeah.
Until they break 7, I'll just give you my 2 cents.
That's what I said.
Until they break it, I'm saying no to every question like that.
Yeah, I mean, you just
I feel
said
the
it. The
same way.
Steelers forced turnovers.
10 turnovers in 4 games.
It's going to be hard with a team that's that aggressive. The Browns' really only realistic way to score offensively is they got to dink and dunk down the field, and eventually you're going to make a mistake.
The thing that concerned me the most is that Mike Tomlin in his press conference talked about Dillon Gabriel. I talked about he's a timing quarterback.
Yeah.
So what do you do to a timing quarterback? Throw off the time. So they gonna do some stuff. I'm telling you, they
Right.
gonna jump some. They gonna sit on routes, jump routes. They got Jalen Ramsey. He gonna be aggressive. They gonna take their chances and they gonna hit. I'm telling you, they gonna hit on a lot of their chances.
Yeah, the Steelers don't got no love. They're not gonna pretend like they like you. DK Metcalf was like, man, I don't even know. They play football over there. Like these guys, they're gonna confuse them. They're gonna get after them. And again, doing the film review, I mean, it's simple bootlegs and flat routes still. So
You're telling me the Browns are going to score 3 touchdowns against the Steelers, basically to get or 2 touchdowns and 2 field goals. I mean, the only way they're doing that is if they score on defense.
okay, I'll give you this. Quinshon Judkins, if he can break one and break a long one, because he broke a few long ones, they just had holding penalties. But if he's not doing that, there is no way. They're in 12 personnel a bunch. And even when they need their 1st and 20, 1st and 15, they still got 2 tight ends on the field. They're not going to get that off on the Steelers.
They're just not explosive right now.
Next one.
All right, next one. This is a defensive question for the Browns. Aaron Rodgers, and we'll talk about this in the 5 stats coming up in the next segment, has thrown 9 touchdowns in 3 games against the Browns. He's thrown 3 touchdowns in each of his 3 games against the Browns. So I'll drop it down.
He's only faced the Browns 3 times
in his career. Yep, just 3 times.
That's crazy.
I'll cut it down because he's old. We throw for at least 2 touchdowns. At least 2 against the Browns defense, which has been very good against the pass. This was a dead even split, guys, so I'm not going to make you guess because it was dead even. 4 on the yes side, 4 on the no side. Jason, Dustin, G, and Earl said yes, Aaron Rodgers will. Tyvis, myself, Bull, and Jay said no, he won't. G, you said yes. Why?
I said this before Greg Newsom was gone. So here's what I think. You got a communication error in the back end, and somebody loses somebody. Defense, like nickelbacks.
That's not gonna happen, man to man.
Oh, yeah. Well, in that case, we got somebody in the slot for that. Now
You're running a lot of man.
Yeah. So I look at it like this: Aaron Rodgers. I don't think he's been playing like a game breaker, but I've been pleasantly surprised a little bit. I've been surprised slightly. I'm like, oh, okay, I like that throw. Oh, okay, Aaron, you doing? I mean, you're not the old Aaron Rodgers, but DK Metcalf, the Steelers at home, I think they may have a blown coverage in the secondary. And when you're playing man-to-man coverage, the thing that your boy, Mr. Tyson Campbell, does give up is big plays. He's given up a lot of them in Jacksonville this year. And, I got him 2 touchdowns.
I just think it's going to be a low-scoring game. I think the Steelers are going to win, but I don't think they're going to score a ton of points. And I figure they'll have like 1 rushing touchdown. So I say only 1 passing touchdown for Rodgers.
I feel like it's going to be like a 17-7 type of game.
Yeah, right.
Where they going to run the ball on the goal line and score that way.
I got a worse feeling than I had against the Vikings. Because listen, I done seen this play out. That's why I'm concerned about all this extra stuff. I done seen people go into Pittsburgh and I done seen Rod Chazinski get fired immediately after Pittsburgh. You got to understand, Haslam and them used to roll with the Rooneys. They was part owners. it stings that much when you go back to Pittsburgh and they playing and
They ain't won in 21 years.
Thank
They
you.
haven't won in Pittsburgh in 21 years.
Thank you.
Outside
of the playoff.
game.
My brethren, that's what I'm saying. It's been nasty work no matter who has been there my whole adult life.
All right, next one, guys. You mentioned Quinshon Judkins.
Years?
Rushed for 100 yards for the first time in his career last week. So will he do it again against the 29th ranked Steelers run defense? Not an even split, but it was close. Jay, Jason, Bull, Tyvis, and Earl said, yes, he will. Myself, G, and Dustin said no. And if you guys will allow me, let me explain why I said no first, and you guys can either agree or disagree. I understand the Steelers' run defense is ranked 29th in football. They've been vulnerable against the run, and I don't think Quinshon's going to get completely stuffed. But Mike Tomlin's not silly. Tyvis, he mentioned throwing off Dillon Gabriel's timing. I think they're going to come into this game, put 9 guys in the box, and say, Jerry Jeudy, Isaiah Bond, whatever the receivers are, you guys got to beat us one-on-one on the outside. We're not letting Quinshon beat us in the same capacity he beat Minnesota last week. I expect a much heavier dose of the passing game because Pittsburgh's going to try and do everything in their power to take away Quinshon.
Don't you think Minnesota did everything in their power to stop Quinshon too? I mean, every team's going to do that, Mike, against a good running back. You can't put 9 guys in the box. I know you're exaggerating.
But
I get it. Yes.
But now there's game tape on Gabriel. I think you saw how many short passes he threw, especially to the left side of the field.
Right.
It's one game. It's not the end all be all. I'm sure Kevin has some sort. Or I hope Kevin has some sort of counter.
Say
to that.
Say that.
I hope. He should. There should, right, G? There should be some kind of counter.
You better say that.
To the
Coach
defensive
in
counter. I can't
malpractice.
say with 100% certainty it'll happen, but I think he'll get like 80 yards. I just don't think he's going to crack the center mark.
I'm with him. I mean, I had him by 84 and a half yards. Like I'm betting on FanDuel or something.
Yeah, right.
But there's a thing when you watch the tape from the last game. Judkins is doing a great job of missing because there's not very much movement. I thought Jack Conklin played pretty well, but I did not like the game from Joe Bitonio. I did not like the game from Wyatt Teller. They weren't getting no movement, and there was a lot of times Quinshon Judkins was just moving around unblocked people and was doing a good job of showing his athleticism. So a lot of those runs was on his back. So for me, I do think he gets some runs, but like McNugget said, they're not going to play around. The game plan is I'll put 10 people up there. I got 12 people up there. I don't know. I put a coach up there too if you want me. You're going to have to beat man coverage and throw the football 15 to 25 yards down the field with touch and then count on Jerry Jeudy or one of these other down the liners to catch the ball. 3 of those things is negative.
Tyvis, you think he's going to get the 100?
Yeah, Quinshon is a dog. You know, you could put 12, 13, the whole coach and everything. Quinshon gonna put his shoulder down. He gonna run through 2 of them at least. And what's gonna happen is Quinshon lives by the Marshawn Lynch motto, where you just run through somebody's face over and over and over and over, and eventually they get out the way. As you can see, he wears the defense down. They start moving out the way. He breaks the long run. All it takes is one long one. All he needs is one 20, 30-yard run, and that's half the battle right there.
Tyvis then gave him the Buckeye stimulus package.
Right.
The stimulus Buckeye.
By the way, go Bucks.
And you know what's interesting too is unlike how they used to be a little careful with Nick Chubb in terms of carries, they're not doing that with Quinshon at all. I mean, he's getting almost every carry.
Yeah, Dylan Sampson he might as well switch his number to receiver.
Yeah.
Dylan Sampson might be moved to nickel, bro.
Yeah.
He's not.
That's
He's like Duke Johnson
That's
now.
because they be he go down by like arm tackles, man. He got to break some more tackles.
All right, Mike. Next one.
Next one, we got 2 more here. Well, Jerry Jeudy, who is yet to record more than 5 catches in a game, record 6 catches or more against the Pittsburgh Steelers.
You know what? This is one of the ones that I about cursed when I sent this back here. When I sent my response here.
Well, I'll let Ty be the one to explain his answer first, but Bull, Dustin, and myself said it's going to happen.
Yes.
Tyvis, G, Jason, Earl, and Jay said not so fast. Ty, you said not so fast. Why?
Similar to the reason why you don't want to take them for over 17 points. I need to see it first. I mean, I have not seen it all year. There's no reason to believe he's probably going to see the difference between Pittsburgh and everybody else. Jalen Ramsey travels, so and it's gonna be a lot of trash being talked.
Oh my
gosh. I don't see it. I don't see it. I really don't. I hope he proves me wrong, but until he does, there's no way that I'm taking him for 6. He gonna drop 3 of them. So why would I? How you confident he gonna catch 6? That means they would have to throw it to him at least 9 times.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this, man. Like, yeah, it's nasty. It's nasty work. Jalen Ramsey is going to be on him the whole game. Ain't no breathers. The pressure going to be bearing down on Dillon Gabriel, so you can't even say, like, you can't ask him to have passes that's on the money. And after you done threw it and diagnosed the defense.
He ain't going to catch it no way.
And then him catching contested footballs, like, on the road? No. He might get 3.5 catches tops.
I'm expecting Jerry Jeudy to break out of his slump here. Obviously, he's had a terrible season. The guy's not a terrible wide receiver. He was a good wide receiver last year. I expect him to play better, be more focused and locked in. It could be 6 catches for 22 yards. I mean, it's going to all be digs and
But
duns.
I'm thinking the same way. I think it's like 6 for 38, baby.
Yeah. But you have to get the wide receivers more involved. He's your only good wide receiver. Get him. I think they will target him a lot in this game. I'm saying 12 targets, 8 catches, and 44 yards.
This is a young quarterback.
Yeah.
He going to them tight ends.
Well,
your catches
you're going to have to throw it more than like 7 times. So
yeah, to the tight ends. David Njoku and Harold Fanning.
There are times there's 3.
Njoku.
There are times this is crazy. There are times that this game they was checking it down so fast. I couldn't even tell what the routes were because they weren't developed yet.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, okay, well, let me diagnose it. What is?
Well, wouldn't you think though, in week 2 that maybe there's he's doing a little more, like they take it another step, they let him throw it.
Who are they safeties? Because they traded Minka.
I have no idea.
Is it Deshaun Elliott still?
Mike, who are the Jags safeties? Can you tell us that?
You don't want the Jags. You want the Steelers.
Oh, the Steelers. Sorry. We were talking about the Jags before with the trade.
Speaking-
Steelers safeties. I can't think of them.
Speaking
Their
of
safeties right now, according to Our Lads, which is the #1 depth chart site to use, Deshaun Elliott and everyone's favorite, Juan Thornhill.
Oh, I forgot about Juan Thornhill.
Big tight end game.
Is he having a bad season?
Let me look up his stats for
What are
you.
his PFF grades?
they
tight end
bet
David
not.
Njoku and Harold Fanning.
They bet not let
Take
him
the
get his
over.
money off.
No.
They better not
We
let him
cannot have
get.
that.
This is no. He's gonna be running hit. Oh, this
Juan
is.
Thornhill is ranked 116th out of 134
Yeah, so
qualified
he still
safeties.
sucks. He did all that trash talking.
You better not.
Wasn't I going at it with him on Twitter last year?
Yes.
Yes.
And he got something for you if he get a pick this week.
No, you don't remember me.
Yes, he do. He writing his names down right now.
116, buddy. How's that looking, Juan Thornhill?
By the
Dude,
way,
I'm almost ranked as high as you are, pal.
by the way,
Yeah.
listen, Nostradamus G. Bush.
Yeah.
Remember all that talk about that mythical top 5 Jaguars pick?
Oh, yeah, that ain't happening. I think I said to me, did I pick the Jaguars to make the playoffs?
Yes, you did.
He did.
I thought they'd be surprisingly good this year.
You are 4-1. Good.
I don't know. I mean, we'll see if it pays off.
Hey, we'll see. If it goes going like this, that pick gonna be 27.
By the way,
one injury could turn the whole season.
By the way, I
I'm
believe
just
I can
saying.
beat Juan Thornhill in an arm wrestle right now. Let's go, Juan Thornhill.
I mean, you got him
I'll
by
put you down, man.
You got him by the weight. You
I mean,
got
like,
him.
Everybody, remember when Mike and I had an arm wrestle? Everybody thought Mike was going to win. He's much younger. He's in much better shape.
Yeah, it was a fun overtime.
I killed you, Mike. I slammed you right through the table.
Egregious mischaracterization of what actually
So let me get this right. Jerry Jeudy, 6 catches, 38 yards.
6
Yes.
for 44. No, I got him 8 for 44.
6 for 25, bro.
All right, we got one more before we got our 5 stats here. This
Yeah.
one
3 catches.
was simple. We're going to ask this every time the Steelers play the Browns
Yeah.
until we have a definitive answer, even though I think we all agree who the better player is. Who's going to have more sacks on Sunday?
Well,
TJ Watt?
You're not asking who the better player is.
No.
Yeah.
I'm saying we all agree who the better player
Yeah,
is,
yeah,
but
yeah.
this is a question worth asking. Who will have more sacks?
I said.
Most of us said Myles, including myself, Earl, Tyvis, Jason,
did
G.
say Myles.
Bull, you said TJ.
I don't like being in there with Jay and Dustin.
Bull also thought TJ rushes from different parts of the line, so he
I
thought he was
just
going to
think-
face Leviston, which he won't do.
In the end, the Steelers got a better offensive line. And the better quarterback who's like how many Maybe I'm wrong. How many times has Rodgers been sacked, by the way?
This year,
Yeah.
I could tell you in 1 sec.
Yeah.
I'm never going against Myles Garrett. I'm just going to have to pick him.
I knew T.J. Watt.
Rodgers has been
up against
sacked
Jack
9
Conklin.
times in 4 games.
So Rodgers is getting sacked 2 times a game.
I just knew he was going up against
4
Jack
games. Haven't they?
Conklin,
They had a
and I
bye
was like,
last week.
They had a bye.
Yeah.
If you'd have said Highsmith, I'd have probably took him.
Yeah.
Myles.
I mean, I do think. I think Myles gets home, but then
He
again,
gonna have to.
but then again, T.J. Watt be destroying the Browns.
He kills the Browns. And guys, remember,
He be
the
destroying
Steelers
us.
can double and triple team Myles Garrett way more than the Browns will do that with Watt.
I mean, they can't. They'll get they
Right.
got a nice.
They got a better. Now the Browns D line obviously is better than it used to be, but it's still not as good at the top as the Steelers.
I thought you was gonna say the Browns' defensive line is better than the Steelers.
No.
Okay.
You don't think?
No, absolutely not.
It's closer than it's been
Yes,
in
it
a long
has.
time, but it's still not better.
Graham or Hayward.
Yeah,
easy.
come on now.
Highsmith or Wright. You can combine.
Yeah.
You can have the Plutara earrings or do the fusion dance with McGuire and Alex Wright, and they still wouldn't be better than Highsmith.
That's true.
If you know, you know.